I just had a meeting with 15 to 50K per month business owners here in my actual hometown, home city. And the most beautiful thing about in-person events and in-person interaction is that you can solve problems real time with people who have done the same things or have insights on what you're currently doing. So, for example, I have one of my clients, Zach, spent time with me here. He had two sales calls in this specific time period, and one sales call actually failed. But the positive part about that is that I'm here listening on every single detail that he's been asking, he's been saying, he's been doing on the entire 40-minute sales call. So after that sales call, although it failed, I had that in-person interaction and an in-person observation on how we can fix and solve his bottlenecks on the sales process and the setting process. So, for example, I told him what he should do next, what he needs to stop doing, what he needs to do in the future, and what he needs to tighten up a little bit in order for him to get the results that he actually wants to have, which is, of course, conversion, a sales, and a PIF, right? They're paid in full. And funnily enough, 30 minutes before the next sales call, that's what we've all talked about. And then after the second sales call, he actually closed the deal and had paid in full in the second sales call. Bro, let's go, bro. Clients closing, clients in the building, bro. I love it. I love it, right? Zach just closed another deal, and we fixed his sales process, we fixed his setting process and charging process, and we're now on a good track on the sales process. Can you walk me through what insights did I give you, and just us talking about giving feedback on the last sales calls that you have, and like what did we change?
Yeah, I mean, we changed quite a few. First and foremost, from the very beginning,
Yeah.
in my initial calls, I always seemed too excited, wanting to really sell the customer right away.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned I should seem like I don't really care.
Yeah.
Or I should seem like it's chill. I've done this multiple times.
Mhm.
That's the first thing that I implemented right away, which worked
Mhm.
great, right? You also gave me more pre-objection questions to ask, such
Yeah.
as why consider investing in a coach instead of keep trying on your own?
Yeah.
So that immediately sold them on why they need me in the first place, right? Which is
Mhm.
for accountability. And even answering the objections. You gave me a framework that helped me a lot to answer arguably any objection, right?
Yeah.
Price, decision making, commitment. So yeah, I implemented these. Literally, we spoke about this like 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago.
And right timing, I had a sales call and I piffed the client immediately.
Yes, sir. One last dub, bro. It's good because it's not just about the content, right? I speak more about the content and all that. But like, if you don't have the setting process, the sales process that actually helps you, it's gonna be like a moving body of like knowledge that is not reinforced. Just by having that in-person insight coming from me as his mentor, as his coach, and providing him with value, giving him direction, clarity, and moving him to the right direction as fast as possible. That's the importance of having a mentor. That's the importance of having a coach. That's the importance of learning from someone who has done the same things or help other people do the same exact thing as the things that you want to achieve for yourself, for your business, for your people, and for your vision. And it's not just about money, entrepreneurship. It's also about sharing 10-year visions with you, yourself, your clients, your friends, and your family. At most, your own community. Because my Zach just came here and I told him about my 10-year vision, my 5-year vision of how I want to be perceived, how I intend to scale my business, how I intend to generate more value to people, how I intend to provide jobs for my own people. And it's just a tight, neat gap between who you are and who you want to be. And you're sharing it with other people and you're providing yourself with another layer of accountability. Tristan, one of my other clients, just came here. We talked about how he's scaling his business, how he's putting more eggs on not just one basket, but multiple baskets because he's doing real estate, he's doing politics, he's doing AI, he's doing agency. A lot of people are lots of moving bodies of industries that he's been a part of. And just by me being here, providing him with assistance, providing him with insights, providing him with more value, speaks volume to him. And it generates lots of trust and scalability and leverage for me and him. You not just do it for a random sales call in Zoom or in Google Meet where you're forced to say something just for the sake of duty and responsibility. You actually, in person, do it out of kindness in your heart and out of genuine interaction with someone who you meet actually in person. And another thing is that aside from my own clients, I also met people who are doing the exact same thing in a similar space. For example, I have Evan. He's helping relocate expat that comes from the United States and retires here in the Philippines. And he's been crushing it. They've been crushing it over there with Barry as his business partner, and they just did like 80K per month last month, and it's been having a great time. And hopefully, we could work as well in person, and I could provide more value and assistance to them. And we'll see how that goes. But that goes to show you that when you put yourself in an upper echelon, you provide more value for free and you give it away for other people to resonate with, get value from. Make sure that they get the proper insights in order for them to freely understand what actually is the gap between who they are and who they want to be. You just generate and attract more people who is this on the same track as you. Evan, Barry. I also have one of my friends who's I just met the last few months, which is Matt. Matt just hit his other record month, and he's looking to scale as well. And he's interviewing lots of his people. They had a podcast with me and five other more people with Jerome, who flew out from UK to here just to experience that same of community, same type of community, same type of togetherness, same type of solidarity and brotherhood. Because in-person events and masterminds and social interactions with real people in the same vicinity, in the same proximity, is something that actually changes how you view yourself, how you view your industry, and how you view your world. And we all know that in my own thinking process, inner world is the most important thing. How you build your world around and put it on social media, your Instagram and your personal brand, so that people who has the same inner world can resonate with that, because this inner world becomes your intellectual city. It becomes your intellectual property. This intellectual property and intellectual cities attract people. It becomes spaces that host these other people. And when they enter those spaces, they would resonate more to the messaging. They resonate with how you view your world. They resonate with your value and your values. The things that makes you stand out and makes you an outlier from the thousands of people doing the same exact thing as you. And you connect more on a deeper level. It bypasses all the boundaries of what an online interaction does, generates 1,000 times more value and trust at scale on just a deeper level. And you could turn it into content, but most importantly, he provide help. He solve problems. Tristan has problems with his business, with his info, with his real estate. He can go to me, problem solved. Zach has problems with his sales process, his setting process. I observed him with how he does it, and then we solve it on the here, right at this moment. I have the frameworks, the objection handling processes, the setting triage processes. He learned it from me in a span of 15 minutes before he hops on the sales call, and then the next sales call comes, deal close, problem solved. That's the importance. That's the speed. Everything in business is speed. The how fast you can solve more and more problems. And remember, problems are just gonna get bigger. It's just gonna comes up. No matter what the level you come up with, no matter what level you encounter, what stage you are in your business, problems are gonna be there. It's a constant. And depending on how you solve that problem, no matter how fast, no matter how slow, it's gonna decide the scalability of your brand. And I love it.
This is the main reason why I do all this, provide more value and experience all this stuff with, of course, my brothers and my cousins, my brother, my own community, and my tribe. And no matter, I have also one client in Miami. I have other clients in Europe. I have other clients in North America, in Canada. This just goes to show you that it doesn't just come across as you target this international global market and it's just a number on the screen. It's actually a real interaction with real people sharing the same vision, sharing the same mission, same goals, and doing it with freedom financially, spiritually. I would say we could end there and make sure that everything that you do from now on is guided by the clarity and perspective of someone who's done the same exact thing that you're doing with the expertise 3 years into the business, 5 years into the business. It gets easily solved. You can just gather that knowledge and then put it on your own in a matter of 15 minutes. And that was happened to Zach. That's what's happening to Tristan. Some with other people. And I hope if you're watching this and you're thinking about, should I travel? Should I sign this deal and go in person or sign up with this mastermind? Do it, because no matter if it's me or no matter if it's other people, you will know that the value is actually insane and you're losing out on a lot of knowledge gaps and insights that you can apply immediately in your own business. And I would do this more and more, time and time again. I would do this more frequently with all the clients that I have, all the people that I know, because it's just too good to pass up. And if you're on the same spot, I would recommend you. I couldn't recommend you enough the value of in-person events and just investing into someone, surrounding yourself with someone, offline or online, right? Doesn't matter. As long as you surround yourself with the right people and you get yourself to the right knowledge and information, you're good to go. And that's it. I'm rooting for you and take care.